It's all kicking off inside Labour as Prime Minister Keir Starmer finds himself in the middle of what's being called a full-blown civil war over benefits cuts. Frontbench resignations are piling up, tensions are reaching boiling point, and the Prime Minister is now watching his own party from behind a watch list. Yes, you heard that right. A resignation watch list. The cracks are widening, and the spotlight is now firmly on Starmer's controversial welfare reforms, especially as more Labour MPs line up to defy his orders in what could become the biggest internal revolt since he took office. The resignation of Vicky Foxcroft, a government whip, has opened the floodgates. Her decision to step down is already sending shockwaves through Parliament, and many believe she's just the first of many. A Labour rebel told Politico, "It's almost impossible to believe it'll be the last." And honestly, looking at the growing list of rebels, they might be right. More than 40 Labour MPs have openly confirmed that they will vote against Starmer's benefits proposals. Another 170 MPs have added their names to a letter addressed to Number 10, voicing their concerns about the direction of the reforms. This isn't just a policy disagreement. This is an ideological showdown at the heart of the Labour Party. The Prime Minister's flagship welfare reform bill, set for a crucial vote on July 1st, has exposed deep divisions among Labour ranks. The plan includes some sweeping changes, tightening the criteria for personal independence payment, cutting the sickness element of universal credit and setting a minimum age of 22 for new claimants. And while Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall defends the bill as a compassionate and necessary step to put the welfare system on a sustainable path, critics are calling it a betrayal of Labour's core values. Kendall argues the system is at a crossroads and says the reforms aim to support those who can work while protecting those who cannot. But for many MPs, that language rings hollow when set against the reality of stripping thousands of pounds from the pockets of 1.2 million disabled Britons. And let's not forget the political fallout. Starmer has already lost 5 frontbenchers since taking power last July: Louise Hay, Tulip Siddiq, Andrew Gwynn, and Elisa Dodds, all gone over scandals or disagreements. And now, Vicky Foxcroft joins them, handing in a 535-word resignation letter where she makes it clear she simply cannot support reforms that slash support for the sick and disabled. Her words are damning. She says she wanted to fight for change from within, but has lost faith that any meaningful change is coming. She's out, and she's not alone. The mood among many Labour MPs is one of defiance. Many of them remember last year when Starmer stripped the whip from 7 MPs who broke ranks to support scrapping the 2-child benefit cap. Those MPs, John McDonnell, Zara Sultana, Afsana Begum, are still waiting to be welcomed back into the fold. And now, Starmer might be preparing for a repeat performance. Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner hasn't ruled out further disciplinary action for MPs who defy party orders, and rumours are swirling that the resignation watch list is being actively updated as we speak. This all comes as public scrutiny over benefits spending hits new highs. Despite an expected £8 billion increase in welfare costs by 2030, critics argue that the reforms target the most vulnerable while offering little in terms of meaningful support or job opportunities. In fact, there's growing fear that the cuts could deepen poverty, worsen health outcomes, and actually push people further from the workforce, not close. In Parliament, the tension is palpable. SNP MPs are taking jabs at Labour leadership. Opposition leaders are questioning the morality of cutting benefits during a cost of living crisis. And even within Starmer's own cabinet, the mood is anything but unified. Former Labour Deputy Leader Harriet Harman hinted in an interview with Sky News that Number 10 is keeping an eye on potentially rebellious MPs. She admitted that while no cabinet members are on the list, yet there are definitely names being watched closely. For now, Starmer insists his government is committed to tackling child poverty and supporting working families. He points to policies like free school meals and the recent living wage increase as proof that Labour hasn't lost its soul. But that message isn't cutting through the noise of internal rebellion and public backlash. So where does this leave us? With less than 3 weeks until the July 1st vote, the Labour leadership is walking a political tightrope. Starmer is trying to hold the line, sell the reforms, and keep his party together. But the louder the opposition grows, both inside and outside his own ranks, the harder it becomes to ignore the fractures forming within his administration. The question now is simple. Can Keir Starmer survive this internal storm and push through his welfare reforms? Or will this civil war consume his leadership before the ink on the legislation is even dry? One thing is certain. The clock is ticking, the pressure is rising, and the future of Labour's welfare vision is hanging by a thread. Closer to it.